Welcome to another episode of the Shop Walk here at Iconic Motorbikes. It is November 8th, and this is going to be a short one. I apologize in advance for that. But we're wrapping up things here at the day. Starting in the Professor's Bay, we've got this beautiful Ducati 750 Sport. I just love this paint job. In an earlier Shop Walk, I mentioned that I'm not the hugest fan of yellow on bikes, but this to me has got to be one of the exceptions. This one does not fire up just yet. Steve is currently, there he is. Currently checking the timing on it. You got a couple seconds to explain to people what you're doing to this this beautiful bike here, sir?
You pretty much said it all. I'm checking the ignition timing because they were having a hard time starting it. Right now I noted the points were not adjusted correctly, so I'm first found TDC, so now I'm at TDC.
So actually, for those of us that might not be familiar with what this tool is, what exactly are you using here to?
That's Daniel's degree wheel.
As in our Daniel?
Our Daniel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you found top dead center.
You put a stop in the spark plug hole, and then bring it up on either side until you find the center, and then go ahead, and that's your TDC. So that's TDC on that cylinder.
Oh, sorry, top dead cylinder. If someone doesn't know what TDC is, that's top dead cylinder. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I've got to have the point set at a 4mm gap, and the point should open 10 degrees before top dead center. So since it rotates this way, it's going to be right here is where the points ought to just be opening. So
there you go.
The points are up there. I got to get up there and get them all set.
Okay. Well, there you go. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. We'll see you working on this tomorrow. All right, moving on. Ollie. So good news, bad news. Good news is Ollie, thankfully, his property was not affected by the fires, although they got really, really close to the point that we actually sent one of our vans to help him evacuate bikes and some other stuff. So he's been spending today just basically bringing everything together. The way he described it was like he's just spending time trying to get everything he can, just grab what he can get out of his house, and now he has to put all it back in a somewhat organized fashion. So that's a long way of saying Ollie is out today, but he will be here tomorrow to make up for it. He's usually not here on Saturdays, so it'll be a treat to see him tomorrow. We have this yellow Moto Compo. We sold this on the auction site. It's coming back because there was an oil leak, so we're addressing that. Funny enough, so a son bought this, and then his dad just bought another red Moto Compo, the one we've been showing off, the really, really clean one that came to us from Japan. So now father and son are going to have a Moto Compo gang, or I don't know what they're going to do, but I wish my dad bought me a Moto Compo. That'd be sweet. Here we go. Over in Yanni's Bay, we've got this Norton Commando, the 961 SE. So this goes back years. Kenny Dreer tries to bring back the Norton Commando. He used a bigger motor in it. But unfortunately, that didn't work out commercially. Norton gets bought by an English brand, and they do have some commercial success. They come out with the 961 line. They made the limited edition. They made the SE. They made the Sport. They made the SF, I think. Small variations between them, but the general idea is you still got that traditional Norton parallel twin. They even, kept the style here of the cover, which is pretty cool. But so it's got your classic British looks. It was really pricey. I think it started with a 3 back then. I think it was 30,000, or at least high 20s. So it was a very exclusive machine. For your money though, you got some great components. You can see Olin suspension here with the forks, Brembo calipers there, Olin shocks in the back. 2, that's right, dual shock for these Nortons. Trying to keep some of that classic styling alive. But yeah, component wise, really, really nice. So we have these come in for service every once in a while. They sound really good. When Yanni's done with this, it'll definitely fire it up for you. But they can be somewhat finicky from a reliability standpoint. Alrighty, wrapping things up. What's up? You look like I just caught you doing something. All right, here we go. Hold this, my friend.
Oh,
what up?
Yay.
All right. Now people can hear you, and I don't need to be right up in your business.
My girl, what's up?
All right, talking to people. What are you doing on this? It's a 999R.
Yeah,
Okay.
This is a 999R.
Okay. All right. Explain to the people. Or tell you what, let me do a quick introduction, and then I'll leave it to the expert here. This one was bought by one of our clients, but he found it separately. Found it from someone else. Advertised as a really low mile. What was it?
I think it's like it's like under 3,000 miles.
Under 3,000.
Like 2,500, maybe less than that.
Okay, so really low mile 999R. It's the Xerox.
Yeah, it's over there on that side.
One of 200. So there you go. Thank you, sir. Yeah. So they made a Xerox version. They made a Fila version. So yeah, someone acquired it and brought it to us to have us go through it and take it away.
Yeah. So We did a safety inspection on the bike, and we also did some service on the bike now. I totally forgot that I don't have to be close to you anymore. And yeah, so we've been doing service on the bike for him. I just finished the belt, so I already put the covers back on and everything. But we also got an email from the customer saying that he would like for us to clean the bike up and everything, because he also wants to have it running, but also wants to have it as a showpiece too.
Cosmetically nice.
So now I have to clean it up nicely for him, and have it ready for him running and clean for him to have at his home, I think.
He keeps a collection of bikes in Australia.
Oh yeah.
And a collection of bikes in America, and he actually has a few bikes in England. He does the same thing with cars. So clearly he's got quite a collection. I think the only bummer is you just kind of like.
Yeah.
It is low mileage, but I think it might have been.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks like maybe it was sitting outside a little bit. Maybe. Yeah, because some of the carbon has like that sunburn on it,
and then some of the magnesium.
And yeah. So I have to go through it, and
you're gonna be doing a lot of scrubbing.
Yeah, and just go through it with the customer too, because there's some other things that I don't know if he would like to address, like re-clear the carbon, and just get other things repaired, because all of this kind of like faded out too.
Yep.
And the fender, so
it's just I'm not knocking it. I ride my bikes, and my bikes get really dirty, so I'm used to this. But I wouldn't expect to see this kind of thing.
Yeah, so I kind of expected this bike maybe set outside for a while. I still have to get it cleaned up, get other things done, and try to get it running. It's also trying to get it running too. Mm-hmm. So, and then I've been working on all these R models, so it's been pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean all the 999 bikes.
Right.
Yeah, as you can see, I have another one there, and yeah, it's been fuel pump heaven.
Fuel pump heaven. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, these things. Ducatis, MVs of this era, definitely, if you let fuel sit in the tank for a long time, you're probably going to need to replace parts of the pump.
There's nothing wrong with the fuel pump in general. It's just that having it sit there for half or to a decade, just sitting with the same gas in there, kind of messes them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so the R models, of course, get special. They get the deep sump motors, more power. They're limited. This one's number looks like 35.
Yeah, it's pretty low number. Yeah, number 35. So it's a kind of low number.
One thing you always want to look for, if you can show people here, one thing you always want to look for on the 999Rs, especially on the Filas, we see it, but they crack here, like right here. So many of them get cracked there. This one obviously looking good, so that's an example. I mean, that's probably more evidence that it is a low mile bike, but they crack there, and then when you want to get it replaced, then you lose the plaque with a number on it. So we've seen that happen before, where people have 999Rs, but
well, I don't know it's hard to do
numbers
this
anymore.
This little rivet
stuff, Well, there you go. Yeah. There's more to 999Rs. Like, you need special tools to do some of the things.
Yeah, especially for the head. So doing the closers are a little different than like the base model or the S model.
Okay.
It would be a long story.
There you go. I started this by saying it was going to be a short one. And well, there you go. So that's probably a good time to wrap things up on today's Shop Walk. If you have any questions, let us know. I'll do my best to answer, or I'll just make him answer it.
The Kawasaki guy.
You know what? There's someone did have a question for you that I got to bring it up. We'll bring it up on the next one and make you answer it. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, like I said, let us know, and we'll see you on the next one.